The Akron Rotary meeting is now in session. Let me change my view and join me for the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now may we have the four-way slide? Cheryl, you're muted and I'm not seeing the slide, but we're going to go ahead from memory. Please join me with the four-way test. Is it the truth?
Is it the truth?
Is it fair to all
Is it
concerned?
fair to all concerned?
Will it build goodwill?
Will it
and
be
better
goodwill
friendships?
and better friendships?
And will it be beneficial to all concerned?
Sure.
All right, thank you very much. And Sandy, thanks for stepping up. Please proceed with the invocation.
Absolutely. If you could bow your heads. Today we pray that we receive your special blessing because we are truly committed to be a real service organization helping all of mankind. May each of us in our daily routine come to know the joy of caring and sharing with others, not as fortunate as we are. May our motto that includes serving, caring, and sharing be for life and service. Amen.
Amen. Thank you very much. And Katie is still down in Florida, so we will give her the indulgence, even though, well, today it's not as cold, so she's lucky it's not snowing or would give her a harder time. So Connor Jarvis is our greeter. Connor, do you have some guests that you would like to welcome?
Hello, everyone. Consider yourself greeted. I am looking forward to very much so the day we'll be able to shake hands again and you'll get an official greeting. But I know we have several esteemed guests with us, our scholarship recipients here, as well as Donna Skoda with us on the call today. But I want to, Perry, do you want to help me identify our recipients and our guests? I see Jade. I'm seeing a few others, but I want to make sure everyone receives recognition. So if you're able to assist, Terry, that'd be great.
Yeah, so we have Jade and we have Dejanay. Miranda was not able to make it today, so we have 2 out of our 3 students that are here.
Okay, all right. Well, Jade and Dejanay, welcome. Thank you for joining us, and we appreciate you being here. Donna, it's wonderful to see you again as well, too. And Dr. Rob, that is all I am seeing on the screen right now, though. So I'll let you take it away from there. And welcome, everyone. Thanks for joining us today.
All right. Well, do we have any Rotary ambassadors, people who have been at other clubs, at other Rotary events, or a recent district convention and would like to share? I know I saw several of you at the convention. Anybody scanning? Connor, if you see anyone with their hand up, let me know. Cheryl?
Well, I want to thank everyone who attended the district conference. It was very well received. It was a multi-district conference this year, all virtually done. And we started off with our memorial services and kickoff on Thursday night, as well as recognizing clubs with 75 and 100 years. Went into Friday night, which was a blast. Dr. Rob even got to play a game and was well received. And Saturday, we then continued with a couple of hours of speakers and then a breakout session just for our district. So thank you all for those of you who attended. It was a great event. First time we've done it this way and multi-district.
I'd like to echo Cheryl's comments, and her work pulled together the audio visual when it was multidimensional. There were breakout groups. We split into our individual regions after the fact, and it was much more entertaining than I anticipated. I'll be honest with you, after a week of Zoom calls, and I really thought, oh, I really want to spend the next day and a half doing more of the same, but they really were creative and made it fun. Did Tom Knauer join us today? He was planning to come. Unfortunately, Tom's father passed this week. But he texted me this morning and said he was still planning to come on to make an announcement. He was an ambassador of sorts. A few weeks ago, several of us sat in on the Cleveland Rotary meeting, where the district governor spoke. And I was really favorably impressed by their president and membership chair, who was one and the same, that they really did pull off pretty simply. They simplified their membership categories. And I wanted to get the nuts and bolts of what they did in terms of their corporate memberships and their legacy memberships. So Tom and I had a meeting with Ron Felgenhauer. Not sure I'm saying his name right, so please, if I'm not, correct me. But he was really gracious, gave us lots of good ideas, and also presented an opportunity that I can share the dates and times with Cheryl. I thought Tom was going to present them, so I didn't print them from my email. But there's an opportunity that the Cleveland Club has done a lot of work to try to include and increase diversity in their membership. They had a very deliberate membership pathway, worked great for corporate, it worked great for legacy. It didn't work so well for the minorities and other underrepresented groups. So they are rebooting, and they're running a seminar that is a series of 4 one-hour workshops that they have. A gentleman by the name of James Knight is someone who was their speaker, who was remarkably able to present. He's an African-American man who was also a minister, but he was able to present a very cogent discussion that was not at all polarizing. And Ron said he was worried about having the person as a speaker, but he was so remarkable that he reached out to him afterwards and said, okay, we failed our diversity interests. What could we do? So in response to that, they are running a seminar that's 4 one-hour sessions at 11 o'clock, and a dates I'll get back to you via Cheryl after the fact. And they had room for 15 to 20. Within one day, their club filled up 15 spots. And because we reached out to him and we were interested in some of the same things, he did offer us the opportunity if we can act by today. So I apologize to board members. This happened Friday. The convention was all weekend, and I wanted to vet it with our diversity team, who were all in favor of us moving forward. And there were preferences to get younger board members or future leaders of the club and younger diversity folks. But I think since Blake, you're probably the only one that you're the youngest of the folks to get first dibs. But I took the liberty to commit to 2 tuitions, which will help them defray their costs. And I believe it was $170 per person to participate. So if any of you have an interest, please reach out to me or Terry and let us know. The members of the diversity and inclusion team are already aware, so it's on their radar. But Ron was just a wonderful resource, so I appreciate that. We also have congratulations to Jerry Kiefer. In addition to the fact that she is about to become a three-peat grandmother, and I don't know if three-peat is really a term that you use after you have your second grandchild before your third, so she's not joining us today, but she actually gave 20 happy dollars, so I'm going to jump ahead from happy dollars, because she was named Professor Emeritus of Shenandoah University. So that's quite an accomplishment, and she is thrilled. So please say congrats to her when you see her back, and hopefully we'll have congrats for 2 reasons, and we'll get to see a baby picture. So you can see one that's not my grandson for a change. The other announcement that I have is really a reminder of the dues. For those of you who have paid your dues already, thank you. We had a great response for our initial mailings. Cheryl will be sending out a reminder to those of us who either haven't gotten our check written or our companies, if they've sponsored us, haven't gotten our checks written. which I have to confess I'm included in that for right now, and I'll work on that with finance as soon as I get off this call. So that just keep in mind that we do want to have this. We have some deadlines, and they'll be reiterated in the newsletter. And if you miss the deadlines, there's a late fee. So just keep in mind that we pay our dues right on time to the Rotary International in the district. And so if we don't have our members pay their dues, it's a big deficit. And I don't want Steve to start his presidency in the hole. One final thing that I want to remind people is we had the trail advocates for Summit County, the TASC force, speak to us about the trail that could run through Akron and multiple other communities. They asked us, his ask was, could we write a letter as a club? And I was taking the liberty to draft that letter. I will certainly vet that with the board before I send it. If push comes to shove, I'll send it from me. But district governor sent out a letter that was echoing one of the presidents from the Hudson Rotary that really advocated that everybody in our district should participate, since we would all benefit from this this trail that would be a multidisciplinary trail and not a railroad anymore. So please keep that in mind. If you need that information, we can put that back up in our website. Any other announcements from anybody? Hearing none. Who's happy?
All right, Steve's happy.
All right, Steve's happy. Go for it, Steve.
I am going to actually not call these happy dollars. I'm going to call these honorary dollars on behalf of Chuck Knauer, Charles Knauer, Tom's dad, who passed away on Sunday. And he was beyond 90 and married many years, and his wife is still alive. But I wanted to share the Knauer family, and I think we all can appreciate this. Every single Sunday would have a family dinner together, come rain or shine, and the value that this family, or the values that they've carried on, can really be seen when you get to know Tom. Tom is like a deep well. He's not a man of a whole lot of words, but I tell you, he's a man of incredible character. And so I have $5 to honor the life of his father, Chuck Knauer.
Well, thank you, Steve. And in that vein, please be mindful of the fact that Tom is in a tough spot right now, and he can use our support and ongoing love. Kimmy Hawk actually also lost her father at the end of last week. So again, I don't know details on that one. I haven't spoken with Kimmy yet. I just saw some of her postings online, but clearly, you don't take a course on how to lose your dad. So that's true of any loved one, but I think that's going to be a difficult year of firsts for that team. So thank you, Steve. And I'll give $5 to remember Kimmy's dad. Susan Colville Hall, do I see your hand up?
Yes, you do. I have $5 too, and I would like to honor our awardee recipients today, Dejanay and Jade, and all of the other ones who are not able to attend. I think it's awesome that you are out there working hard and achieving. And I also want to include memory for one of my Dragon Boat partners, Debbie Pitak, passed away this last weekend, and she'd been fighting a return cancer. So we're going to honor her as well.
Well, thank you, Susan.
Dr. Rob, I got some happy dollars. I don't have any video today. I'm sorry, but I wanted to give 20 happy dollars, $10 for Dr. Rob for the great job he did at the district conference. He was a hero and a star. He did it all. And And also $10 for Cheryl because she did an outstanding job. We had over 300 people on the Zoom meeting for the district conference on most days. And of course, I did include 4 districts, but she did an outstanding job handling 300 plus people. So that's my $20. Thanks.
Nice, Stu. Cheryl?
Yeah, I would also like to give 20 happy dollars. I'd like to mirror the memorials that were made on behalf of Kimmy and Tom's families. And also thank you to Stu. We actually had over 750 people throughout the weekend that were registered and did attend. And we were just really thrilled to have that happen. So $20 towards all those things and the memorials.
Thanks, Cheryl. And Connor Jarvis,
I'm
your special effects are incredible. Are you happy or just showing off the technical skills?
I just newly had discovered that. I knew you could change the background. I didn't know I could make myself look so suave with these shades here. So I just was playing around thinking, maybe I'll get myself one of these hats or something. I don't know, but sorry for the distraction. I'll stop. But anyways, I was just keeping myself occupied. I guess I will chip in and of course throw in $5 happy for both Tom's father and Kimmy's father, or yeah, the two of them, and then also just was thankful to be able to. I was not able to participate over the weekend in the conference, but I enjoyed the first evening and was just great to be a part of that with the other members of our club that were on Thursday. And of course, was thankful that happy Dr. Rob was able to get the Rotary Club of Akron's names in the minutes for that initial meeting, because there was a lot of competition to see who could, initiate a motion, second a motion. So Dr. Rob got us on the map. So I was thankful for his ability to speak quickly on behalf of our club.
There was a challenge to be fair to all concerned and speak quickly because.
Yes.
Oh, thanks. And thanks to all of the folks that held votes for Akron as one of the largest clubs in the district. We actually had a delegation of 5 to cast votes. So we were among the largest of the team, and we had 5 for 5 show, and we passed all the resolutions that we thought were appropriate, and actually we passed them all. So that's good. Anybody else happy? Morgan. I'm happy to see you, Morgan. I haven't seen your face in a while. Thank you. I've seen you on, but I haven't seen that.
Well, good to see you too, Dr. Rob. I would like to give 20 happy dollars, $10 for those that we have lost in our club. And also I would like to another $10 because I'd like to invite you all to a Zoom event that my group at Morgan Stanley is hosting. Jeff Lanza, who's a retired special agent with the FBI, will be speaking on Thursday on Zoom at 5:30 p.m. About cybersecurity and how to protect yourself from cyber crimes. So if you're interested, please send me your email in the chat and I can add you to our mailing list, and I will send over the invitation today.
Oh, thanks, Morgan. That's a very timely topic for all of us, as I keep fighting new additions to my internet. Every week there's some upgrade that ties my computer up for about an hour, but it's well worth it, and we'll find out more details. Thanks for sharing.
Sorry, Dr. Rob, Dave Hall was happy too.
All right, Dave, I hope you're still happy.
Absolutely. I'll give $5 happy dollars, a couple dollars for the memorial for Kimmy's dad and the Knauer family. Tom's older brother, Dave, and I go back to kindergarten. So I've known that family for a long time, and they are a great family. On a happy side, I have a happy dollar for my daughter's college soccer team, Flagler College. Although they didn't have a national tournament this year in Division II, they did end up doing rankings at the end of the year, and the 2 teams that were ahead of them in the nation both lost. So Flagler finished #1 in the nation. So very happy for her, and it got her a fire engine ride around town. So they had a little bit of a celebration for her last week, and she had a blast doing it. So happy for her.
Oh, that's very exciting. Congratulations.
Not seeing anyone else other than your hand, Dr. Rob, on your screen. There you go. You got that off.
That was clapping.
That was the clapping hand. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't know how to do the mustache. I
Okay.
think Jim Redmond has his hand up.
Oh, yep, Jim.
Yeah, well, I'd like to let everybody know that I had a nice honoree gift made on my behalf from a company here in town called Valmark. And Valmark, for those of us who are on the call today, they're my broker dealer. And Valmark many years ago created a global gift fund. And once a year, they sit down and they honored me by donating $7,100 in my name to the Rotary Camp this week. So it's happened several years in a row, but it's special, it's unique, and they had the vision to create a fund and then give back to people around the country that are involved in big impact causes. So that makes me happy, and I know that makes Mel and the camp happy.
Well, thanks, Jim. I think that makes all of us happy. That's near and dear to all of our hearts. So thanks and congratulations.
Thank you.
Mela?
So on that note, Jim, I'm going to give $5 happy. Jim, we always appreciate the opportunity to submit that grant on your behalf to support Rotary Camp because it means so much to the camp. So thank you. We're thrilled to get it. We got the check today, so we're all great.
Great. All right.
All right. Do we have anybody else?
I believe that is it, Dr. Rob. I'm not seeing anything in the chat or hands up here. Congratulations, Jim, and to the camp and everyone else. Yeah, I think that is all I'm seeing, guys.
Well,
Got the floor.
I'm sorry, Connor?
I said, so that's it. I think you got the floor.
All right. Well, thank you. Well, it's my pleasure to do an induction today. And all of you, unless you've been living under a rock, have been aware of our Summit County Director of Health, who has led us safely through this pandemic. Donna Skoda was a speaker here, did a beautiful job, and we wore her down, even though she's very busy doing lots of other things, as you might imagine. And she was willing to join our Rotary. And I corralled her actually at the Summit County Fairgrounds a couple of weeks ago when I was volunteering to give vaccines. And I said, Donna, when the dust settles and you're ready, let me know. And she said, just schedule me because that way it's sure to happen. So we have an induction today, and thank you, Donna. We will print your bio and photo, but right now we'll get to our duties to induct you. And Cheryl, you are her sponsor, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, great. So fellow Rotarians and honored guests, on behalf of the Rotary Club of Akron, it's my privilege to induct a new member today. Please allow me to introduce candidate for membership, Donna Skoda. Donna, you're beginning a great adventure in leadership, friendship, and continued service for your community with your invitation to membership. Rotary Club of Akron has accepted you as a person of good character with high ethical standards and someone who has a heart for service and someone who will represent the classification of a community leader. And I would argue you personify that in your efforts this year. We have invited you to become part of this worldwide organization dedicated to encouraging and fostering the ideal of service above self. Donna, please, if when we're in person, you'll accept our official Rotary name badge with the pin that features the Rotary wheel, the international symbol of Rotary. And I encourage you and all the Rotarians here to wear your pins and make sure that people know that you are a proud Rotarian. Cheryl will present that to you when it's safe at a later date, and you can probably tell us when that is, when the time comes. Donna, you've been invited to join Rotary, but it's through your own actions that you really become a Rotarian. We encourage you to learn all you can about Rotary and to strengthen your own leadership and communication skills by actively participating in the activities of this club, including attending weekly meetings, social events, and service projects. You'll be provided many opportunities through this club and district to enhance and expand your professional and personal skills. And these opportunities will provide great value to you, hopefully. You will also be provided with a number of opportunities to provide service to others through club service, vocational service, community service, and international opportunities. I invite you, my fellow Rotarians, to give freely of your time to make Donna feel welcome and provide her with guidance and friendship. Fellow Rotarians, please help me welcome Donna Skoda, our club's and the world's newest Rotarian.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate it greatly.
Donna, would you mind saying a few words and introducing yourself, even though you were introduced as a speaker just a few weeks ago?
Right. Good afternoon. I really was serious when I told Rob at the fairgrounds. And first, let me thank him for his dedication for helping us vaccinate all day. But I just said, if you schedule it, I'll be there, because that's how my life is right now for everything, simply because of COVID. COVID's been an interesting year, I think, for all of us. Hopefully, I'm hopeful that what it brings out in this world is that there's a need for more service, there's a need for more equity, there's a need for more helping each other. And I can't think of a better club that represents that. And so I'm honored to be a member. I've been the health commissioner now for 5-6 years, but I worked in public health almost most of my entire career in Cleveland here. And I feel as though public health is a perfect fit for the Rotary Club, as we are in service to each other and to our communities. And I think it exemplifies the need to take care of each other. So I guess I'm happy and I'm very thrilled, and it's an honor to be here. And I hope I can serve you well.
Thank you, Donna. I have no doubts, and I think I can speak for our whole club that we're really grateful to have you be able to take a pause from all your important work and join us here today. And selfishly, I'm happy to have another medical voice in the club. So hopefully things will get a little easier to navigate, and we'll move through this pandemic together. But thank you. At this point, I'd like to turn this over to Terry Dalton, who is no stranger to this club. And we get to meet these talented young folks that he brought in for their scholarships. Terry?
So hopefully our students are still there. I see their pictures, but not their individual parts. So hopefully they just were muted on their pictures. So so today we are recognizing students in the business and the hospitality and career academies. And so again, each student will receive $1,000 from the Akron Rotary Foundation. As usual, I'd like to thank Kevin Smith, who participated with me in the interview and the selection process. So the students that we are recognizing today are Dejanay Burt, Jade Urdiales, and Miranda Honecker. Unfortunately, we do not have any teachers with us today, given the challenges that they've had with COVID and doing a combination of online and online and face-to-face classes. So Dejanay Burt is a senior at East Community Learning Center, and she is enrolled in the Business and Entrepreneurship Career Technical Academy, or Pathway. In addition to her academic schedule, where she maintains a 3.2 GPA, Dejanay has been a member of the Student Council for 2 years and has served as secretary. She has also been involved with DECA for the past 2 years and qualified for state competitions. She is a senior class officer. She has been a member of the Key Bank leadership team for 1 year. In addition to these activities, over the past 4 years, Dejanay has participated in the guitar club, talent show, yearbook staff, band, bowling, and the spirit team. When asked how her participation in business and entrepreneurship career pathway has prepared her to be successful in the future, Dejanay stated, "Without this pathway, I'd be lacking the speech, people, organizational, and business skills I have now. I learned a lot and plan to use this knowledge to pursue my future marketing career. Through this pathway, I've gotten to see firsthand marketing and business careers on field trips and hear successful people that come to the school to share their journey. These experiences have opened my mind to more possibilities for myself in the future. I can't wait to be a part of the alumni that comes back and shares their experiences with Pathway kids so that they can embrace their potential as well. Jeffrey Klein, who is one of the instructors in business and marketing, had this to say. Dejanay is a hardworking young lady who has overcome many obstacles in her life. She has a goal of working in the business world for her future and has worked hard to put herself in a position to accomplish it. Susan Schutte, another instructor for Dejanay, has this to say. Dejanay is a hardworking young lady who has stayed focused on her education during the difficult times we are dealing with in this COVID world. Our portrait of a graduate lists grit, determination, and leadership as three of the personality traits that we would like to see our seniors have. Those words are very fitting for Dejanay. She has seen personal issues that she has overcome to make sure that her education is held as a high priority. She has successfully completed 3 college courses and is taking 2 additional courses this semester as part of her college Credit Plus programming. I'm proud to have nominated Dejanay for the National DECA Emerging Leader Honor Award. Dejanay works an average of 20 hours per week at a local Mark's store. She plans on attending Bowling Green, pursuing a degree in marketing. Congratulations, Dejanay. Well, Dejanay, would you like to say a few words before I go talk about Jade?
Yeah, why not? I just feel really honored to, get this scholarship. I worked so hard and had to go through so much at home. And, I'm relentless. And this is really going to help me. This scholarship is really going to help me once I do get in college this fall. So, yeah.
Thank you, Dejanay. Our next student we're honoring is Jade Yurdayalis. Jade is a senior at Elliott Community Learning Center and is enrolled in the Hospitality and Tourism program. And Jade has a 3.5 GPA. In addition to Jade's academic studies, she has been part of the volleyball team for the past 4 years and has been team captain. Jade most recently worked at Kohl's and currently works for DoorDash and can work up to 20 hours per week. I think it's interesting as we talk to the various students we interviewed, the number of the students that are carrying jobs working anywhere up to 20 hours or more per week, plus carrying their active case or student load and being involved in various types of activities. So we often wonder how they ever get any sleep. When asked how the career technical program has prepared her for the future, Jade stated, participating in a career technical program has prepared me to be successful in the future a few ways. It has helped me with choosing what I want to do after high school. It has also given me the opportunity to see all the careers that are available within my program. It also helps me understand some problems that can occur, but also how to fix them. It not only shows me all the good things, but also prepares me for when things don't always go as planned. According to Rebecca Hickson, hospitality and tourism instructor, Jade is an amazing young woman with determination, endurance, passion, and perseverance. I have watched her grow into the young woman and leader that she now is. She is a leader in the classroom through her amazing ability to be friendly and welcoming to all. She is well respected by her classmates, team members, teachers, and administrators. Jade has qualities that we do not often see in young people today. Through her genuine personality and respect for others, she has helped make the hospitality program a family and a safe place for all. Another instructor, Robin Brocious, had this to say, Jade is a pleasure to have in English class and always participates in a positive way. She volunteers to read aloud, answers questions, and help her peers. Her enthusiasm and friendliness are contagious. In addition to being strong academically, She is very social and friendly. Jade will be attending Kent State, pursuing a degree in culinary arts and hospitality. 10 years from now, Jade hopes she will be managing her own restaurant. Congratulations, Jade. And now if you'd like to say something, a few words.
Yes, I never genuinely thought that I would make it this far. I never had any idea for college whatsoever. So any little help that I've gotten, especially from you guys, has helped like a tremendous amount. So thank you guys.
Thank you. Our next student who is not able to attend today, unfortunately because of school conflicts, but is Miranda Honecker. And Miranda is a senior at Bookdole Community Learning Center and is enrolled in the Global Industry and Design Marketing Entrepreneurship Academy. Miranda has a cumulative 4.0 GPA. Miranda has been involved with the school newspaper and is in charge of creating the comics for each issue. She is also involved with the school yearbook, and Miranda has been involved with DECA for the past 2 years. Miranda has been involved in the Art Lift Art Bomb Brigade. So I don't know if some of you have seen the various art murals that are around the Akron area. And again, she has participated in that program. When asked again how her career technical program prepared her to be successful in the future, Miranda stated, "My participation in a career technical program has prepared me to be successful in the future by teaching me the basics I need to know about entrepreneurship and running my own business out in the real market. The program has also provided me with the various life skills and technical skills that I will be able to use for the rest of my life for any job that I wish, whether the skill is a soft skill or a hard skill." Mrs. Whitmore, marketing instructor, has this to say about Miranda. "Miranda is a goal-driven young lady who is extremely talented and knows how to get the job done. Her eyes are constantly on the prize of pursuing achievements. She is a top 10 scholar. Last year, she served as a school newspaper editor and works as a writer for the school yearbook. This is developing her skills as she plans to major in illustration." Tiffany Haddon, a college and career readiness instructor, had this to say, "Miranda is a quiet but highly creative student. She is motivated towards excellence and exhibits that in her work ethic and classroom engagement, Miranda is conscientious, focused, and determined. While Miranda may not say much, when she does speak, she is always on target and adds relevance to the conversation. Miranda will be attending the Cleveland Institute of Art or Kent State University. And in absentia, again, we say congratulations to Miranda." So again, let's give all our scholarship recipients one more round of applause. And that ends our scholarship recipients for this year. Another great group of students coming out of the Akron Public School System. So Rob, turn it back to you.
All right, well, thank you, Terry. Well, it looks like we have a little bit of time left, so we could reflect on the interesting games that they put at the district the district conference. And as already was alluded to, you warmed me up by allowing me to put our newest members of the club on the spot with 2 truths and a lie. And in turn, somebody must have ratted me out at the district level and said that I would be willing to play 2 truths and a lie. And I did. And I think that somebody commented on the risk committee of one of my truths and a lie. So I'll let you all in on those, just so you're aware of what we said. 2 truths and a lie. I qualified for the Boston Marathon after 5 unsuccessful times trying, with a time of 2 hours, 59 minutes, and 35 seconds. I have an action figure made in my likeness that was commercially available. I was a runway model for the Ford Modeling Agency in New York City, modeling men's fur fashions right before I went to medical school. So I don't know if we have lie detectors. I think that makes Sandy and Connor lie detectors today. So go to it.
Oh, wow. That is okay. Well, I mean, this is tough because I mean, you certainly have modeled good looks. So I want to put that, I wouldn't roll that one out so quickly. So I'm not gonna be that person. Man, oh man, I know you're obviously in better shape now than I've ever been in my life. So I mean, the marathon, and I can't remember. Sandy, do you have anyone that sticks out to you like immediately?
Well, I thought of the first one because of the detail for the time, and I thought maybe it's a truth except for the time, but I don't know if he's that tricky or sneaky. So that's what I thought was the marathon one.
Okay. Yeah.
The action figure one seems so weird that maybe it's true.
Or he's expecting us to think that, and
that's true.
Right. He is a doctor, so I mean, he's a thinker. Man, oh man. Well, I thought the same thing about the marathon being specific and it's believable given his dedication to fitness. But again, with the modeling and the action figure, those are both, you know, a curveball to me too. So do you want to go? Are you feeling your gut? Maybe the marathon? Or no?
I don't know. I'll say marathon. I'll say marathon because it was so specific. And the other two are just so weird. I bet they're real.
I know.
Not weird, but you know what I mean.
I'm okay. You know what? I'm gonna call an audible. That's yours. I'm gonna answer the modeling. That's what my answer is.
Now he has to come clean.
He does.
So are there any comments in the chat room? Is there a consensus?
There is.
The district people who didn't know me at all got the right answer.
Here's the chat room right now. So we've got Steve, number 3 is the lie. Steve Bossert said, you know, you could be a runway model now. The marathon's a lie. Too much detail on the time. Runners are specific about their time, Steve Bowie said. Marathon's a lie, according to Dave Hall. And then Mary Weaver saying number 3 is a lie. So no one's questioning number 2 so far. It's number 1 and 3. So.
Okay. Well, it did take me 5 tries to be able to qualify for Boston. And that was my time. And for those of you who are marathoners, you remember those specific details, especially when you get in under the wire, because at that time I needed 3 hours to qualify. So I fell short by 2 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes for years, and then finally nailed it. And then they changed the qualifying time that year that I had 10 minutes to spare. So I would have qualified for all those times. The action figure is true.
Okay.
I was on a cover of a book. That is the action figure. I was given blonde hair so that I couldn't get royalties, but that's a photo from the cover of the book, Mr. Rogers Goes to the Hospital. And I was not 12 when that picture was taken, although John Reyes was sure that I was. I was actually already an attending physician at Pittsburgh Children's, and Mr. Rogers' office was down the street from the hospital. So he would often come by for photo shoots. And I randomly got chosen to be on the cover of that magazine with that little boy who was actually one of my former co-residents' sons, who was so excited that his son was on the cover of the book that I couldn't tell him I was on the cover with him. And he didn't find out until it was published. And he hasn't spoken to me since.
Oh.
The runway model gig, I did model furs for a local furrier in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. It was actually my father-in-law's fur shop, Muscalis Furs. I did it in a hotel runway. It was not a runway, a Ford model gig. So I think you got that part from me. But it was fun. I was surprised that the interest and people wanted to see that figure. That was what they figured, that the runway was wrong, the modeling was wrong, but they didn't buy the figure until they saw it. So that's why I was able to give them proof. So I gave them evidence. So thanks for playing. And I thought since that story's out there already across the district, I wanted you guys to at least know where it came from. It feels a little narcissistic, but we had some time to kill, and I didn't want to put Donna on.
It was fun.
You
I
think
didn't
you
want to
know
put
someone.
Donna on the schedule yet, but she'll be prepared for one of the meetings in the future that she may have to tell two truths and a lie to.
You think you know someone, but wow. I mean,
So Dr. Rob, what
Yes.
year was it that you qualified for Boston?
I qualified the year after the women's Olympic trials because I ran in the women's Olympic trials. They were in Pittsburgh. So I don't recall the year, Steve. It was more than 20 years ago.
Okay. That's still pretty darn impressive. Anybody that can break 3 hours, you are moving.
I was moving.
You were.
Now I cycle.
yes.
And I have a hip that proves that I put too many miles on my bones. But
Oh, wow.
so we have a few minutes left. Is there anybody else that wants to take a spin at Two Truths and a Lie? I know I gave the new members
What was that,
chance
Morgan?
to.
I think
Morgan?
Cheryl Warren should do it.
Oh, well, Cheryl, you got to see a lot.
Not today.
Oh, man. Oh, Susan, go ahead, Susan.
Okay, so I paddled 88 miles in the primitive wilderness along the Rio Grande River. I wrote 21 articles and 3 books. I climbed 17 14,000-foot peaks. So which
Wow.
one did I not do?
Wow. All right. Do we want to have the lie detectors kind of commentate here? So how about Dr. Rob? Do you want to call out who those are? I don't want to take your role, and then I'll monitor the chat too.
All right, let's put Dave Hall and Sandy and Aragon as our lie detectors for today.
All right. So Dave and Sandy.
Well, I know that Susan is quite I can't remember if we're supposed to say rower or paddler when it's the dragon boat, but I know she's paddle. So I know that she's fit enough to do that. And I know she's quite the hiker, but she's also quite the academic. So I'm gonna say the 17 peak one, the hiking up 14,000 peaks or whatever she said. I'm gonna pick that one.
17, 14,000 peaks, 14,000 foot peaks.
That one.
I kind of agree with Sandy. I think with the paddling, I think she definitely has done that. And with her background, I believe the second one about writing the books.
Yeah.
I know she likes to hike, but I don't know that she likes to climb. So I'm going to go with that one.
Yeah,
well, I think Susan Cobble Hall is no amateur at this Truth and a Lie, because giving those numbers, there are so many spins she could take off of that. So
right,
she knows
Right.
how to
Maybe
game
it
the
was
system.
20 articles and not 23.
Right. That's like the very challenging version of it. You know, you're playing taboo, and the cards, you know, the colors are easier, and it's like it's like the hardest level where it could be very true. It's not obviously a lie. So so far the chat room is in agreement with Dave and Sandy. I don't know, you know, no other lifelines calling in to say otherwise. I was leaning towards number 3 myself. Not that anyone cares what the greeter thinks, but let's see if there's anyone else that has something to say. But I'm going with number 3 too myself. So, Dr. Rob, do you want to, or Susan, do you want to go ahead and bear the truth?
Well, for those of you who know me well enough, I did live in Colorado for 19 years. And while I was there, I was teaching. So I had, spring vacations to do things like canoe the Rio Grande River. So I did do that.
Okay.
But I also was a member of the Colorado Mountain Club. And many of my friends, climbed all 52 peaks. I only made it to 17 because I started my doctoral program. And so I never was able to get to the top before, the storms came over, and you don't want to be on top of a mountain when it's lightning. So the articles, I have not written any books. I have written plenty of articles though. And I think 21 is probably an underestimate, but I don't know where my what do you call it? Vita is these days. So I don't.
You've got a good poker face, Susan.
Well, I'm sure the other
the other
article.
thing I was going to say, sorry, I used to do this with my students. One of the very beginning sessions with classes is they need to get to know who their professor is. So I would give them 10 statements, and they had to decide which was false and which was true.
Wow.
So, true or
Not
false.
fair. She's a ringer.
Yeah.
So yeah, I have done it before.
She knew what I was
I
going to
could
say.
tell.
Not with
I
you.
could tell.
She came up with those way too quickly. I'd have to think what's interesting enough about myself to be a truth or a lie.
Same here, Connor.
Cheryl put it in the chat that she's committed. The next time we do two truths and a lie, she's going to play. And I'll put Donna Skoda on notice because I think this is a great way for us to get to know our new members and get them engaged early on. So any new member that didn't get to go last time, be on your game. We're not going to do this every week. We'll probably do it once a month until Steve Bowie takes over, and then we'll see what Steve does. So,
Right.
Well, thank you very much. As we end the meeting, I want to say happy birthday to Joe Swiatkowski. His birthday is actually today. So if you see Joe, say congratulations. Blake Gurney and Jeff Sheeks are having birthdays on the 29th. So wish them happy birthday. Happy joint anniversary to Tom Fox, May 1st, 31 years as a Rotarian. Susan Koval Hall, 15 years as a Rotarian, in addition to all the other accomplishments she made mountain climbing. And then we had a special day when Karen Herlica and Kimi Hawk were both inducted 5 years ago. So happy joint anniversary. Next week's speaker is Sina Rao. She's the Chief Experience Officer for Akron Art Museum. She's going to present new and exciting at the Akron Art Museum. So she'll give us a preview of what's new and exciting. So please stay tuned. And again, congratulations to Jade and my other student just popped. I had you both down, Dejanay. Congratulations and thanks so much for joining us. And keep up the good work. We look forward to hearing how things go once you're in the college world. So don't be a stranger. Any other final comments or announcements? All right. Well, thanks very much, Donna. I'm going to adjourn the meeting, and then we'll leave the meeting open for a little bit of chat. So let me flip my screen. Can you see the bell? You can see the bell. There we go. The meeting is officially adjourned.